What's up, guys? This is Stony Graves with the Helligans. We're a new version of the Hellions Horror Podcast, a podcast made by horror fans for horror fans. Today we're going to be reviewing Splinter. It was released October 31st, 2008. It stars Shea Wiggum, I hope I pronounced that right, as Dennis, Jill Wagner as Polly, Paulo Costanzo as Seth, and Rachel Curbs as Lacey.
Trapped in an isolated gas station by a ferocious splinter parasite that transforms its still living victims into deadly hosts, a young couple and escaped convicts must find a way to work together to survive this primal terror. So, Craig, what do you think about the movie? Like, what would you rate it personally? Like, I liked it.
Oh yeah, I love the movie. Like personally, from the movies that I've seen, like horror movies I've seen in 2008, for a movie that got like zero US gross whatsoever, just about like it only
Yeah,
made 14K and 500K worldwide. I personally think that I'd give it like a 7 or 8 out of 10.
yeah. I would say around 7 would be honestly good for me too. Like, I honestly wish if they ever made a sequel, they would do it like in a larger scale. Because I can just see this film being great if like Apocalypse sort of thing like that.
Bro, the part that pisses me off is Splinter 2 is literally a short film.
Is it really? Oh, I gotta watch
Yes,
that shit.
I'm genuinely angry about that. I'm genuinely angered.
Does it get large scale or is it just like the small scale still? No, like
I
Spike
I
Thumb.
I actually haven't seen it. I looked it up because I really wanted to see if there was a sequel, and it just said there was a short film, and I was just like, "Come on, man!" Because imagine what they could do with this outside of a gas station,
For
like in
real,
a
this
whole
is
city.
yes, that would be awesome. They should. I highly doubt they're listening to this, but if you are, please make it because that'd be awesome. Just more of that violence. I love the violence in the movie, but we'll go get more into that
Uh,
later.
oh yeah. Plus, like this probably lost money, if anything, because fun facts about budgeting: if the budget isn't ever listed, it made trash money. It made 500K worldwide, so it definitely lost money.
And that's shocking. Do you know Mark Cuban was the executive producer of it too?
Dude, that's wild. Loan Sharks, right? I knew that.
Yeah, the
I know
little
that name's familiar.
the guy from Shark Tank and the Dallas Mavericks guy.
That's crazy.
For I thought I was like, oh man, this might be a good film. Do you want to start talking about what happened in the film, like how it literally takes place
Uh,
into a Florida gas station at 3 a.m.
yeah, for sure.
Like,
So,
I,
the first scene, one of the things that I find hilarious is literally this entire movie started over a broken fucking tent.
well, let's go a little back, like where the gas clerk,
Oh
where
yeah.
he got attacked by literally Sonic the fucking Hedgehog.
He was basically attacked by Sonic the Hedgehog.
And I saw the gas station. It reminds me a lot of the Florida gas station they see at 3 a.m. It gives off that
Like,
vibe.
I don't care what they say. This took place in Florida.
For real. And then, yeah, the tent scene, you're right about that, and how she likes him because he likes trees.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, you're so cute when you talk about trees." I don't think any woman ever talked to me that way when I start talking about trees.
I don't know. My girl likes when I talk about sharks. So,
I mean, sharks are cooler than trees. Let's be really.
bro, okay. Let me throw in an argument, bro. Venus flytraps.
Okay,
They
yes,
go hard. Anyway.
yes. The one type of plant that's actually cool. Yeah, so we
But
got.
yeah, so main characters pretty much, even though my opinion, Dennis was definitely the main character. I don't really care about what the plot says.
Oh, you mean the ripoff of Natural Born Killers? Have you seen the movie Natural Born Killers with Woody Harrelson and I forgot
Yeah,
another name? They remind me a lot. That whole couple remind me of that.
really interesting and stupid fun fact because I watch a lot of pretty bad remakes, to be honest. In the 2009 Friday the 13th, Paulo Costanzo makes a cameo. His character in Splinter said that he hates camping.
Yeah,
In 2009's Friday the 13th, he makes a cameo as a character whose name escapes me at the moment, but we're probably going to be reviewing that movie anyway. And he gets his head cut off while camping.
I haven't seen that movie in forever. That definitely needs to be a rewatch.
Bro, we gotta rewatch that. I feel like we should review at least some of the Friday 13th because some of them are just goofy, but some of them actually have content.
Yeah, I love Friday 13th. I definitely want to review the space one where he's in space.
Jason X.
Yes. That's the most goofy one of them all.
Oh,
Where
facts. I want to review that, and I want to review Freddy versus Jason because that's literally just pure cringe content. Anyway, let's talk about the movie at hand.
yes,
So basically, the movie starts. Our protagonist, massive air quotes, Polly and Seth, they're on a trip to a motel to celebrate their anniversary. And the trip is stopped when they're taken hostage at gunpoint by fucking Bonnie and Clyde, Sid and Nancy ripoffs, Dennis and Lacey.
yeah.
When the radiator to Polly's car breaks, forced to pull over at a gas station, and of course, it can't be a horror movie without some stupid fucking drug addict. Lacey goes to the bathroom to shoot up, and finds a man turning into Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Can we talk about
And
Lacey's thing with the dead dog Ginger?
oh yeah, look, bro. In my notes, I literally have it written down. Mentally ill bitch thinks infected roadkill is a pet.
That's all I was like, what? Who the fuck is Ginger? They didn't really explain the gender thing. Not really well, but
Right? Like, is that your pet? Is that your child? There's so much left out.
but yeah, they find a body in the bathroom. The dentist thinks that she's just pretty much going psychosis, so he thinks that all this is in her head because they just did meth.
Okay, so speaking of her drug addiction, there's one plot point that's been fucking me up, and I've been trying to figure this out, and I want your input on it.
Yeah,
All right, so he said he was going to Mexico to get her clean, right?
yeah.
Then why was he saying he was going north? There was no explanation in that really, because Mexico is south. He was going north.
I don't. Maybe they're. Then they mentioned they were trying to give money to the trucker. Oh, we're going way too far in. But, money to the trucker's wife.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think that may be it. Then he was going to Mexico. By the way, that zombie that they show in the movie where it's covered in spikes, I think the special effects look really fucking cool in it.
Oh yeah, bro, the fact that that's no CGI, all practical effects is insane.
Yes, and that's what I'm thinking. Just make it so large scale. I just want to see more of those zombies and how different people react in the city because they legitimately do look terrifying.
Bro, like I'm not even gonna lie. I need to know who directed this so that I can recommend them to actually come back and shoot a horror movie with this technology and this practical effects in this generation.
I think it's
So I can only imagine how that would be.
I think the director is Toby Wilkins. His other movies I haven't seen. They look like mostly dramas and shit. I don't know. That's what they look like. I think this may be his first horror movie.
Well, for a first horror movie, he hit it out of the fucking park.
Yeah, with the budget, probably it was getting financed by Mark Cuban. So,
Right? Bro,
so
imagine Mark Cuban executive producing your film for it only to make 14K in US and Mexico.
oh yeah, they would. He comes in this Shark Tank. Hey guys, I got a good movie here. Now, hear me out. Zombies, but with spikes. Mark Cuban does a thing where he's like, "Well, I'll make you a deal, but the other sharks can't get into it. You must accept my deal right now, or out."
I get 10%. 10% of what? So she finds a body, and was she the only one out of the gas station?
No, it was Seth too. Seth was out.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right, you're right. And then Seth sees the thing because, Lacey's bugging the fuck out. Seth looks and the thing's actually real. And it just slams into her with the spikes
And pretty much
and,
fucks her shit
kills
up.
her technically.
Yeah.
Just kills her on technicality.
And then out of panic, Dennis just hits Polly, and Seth just looks at him like, "Hey man, like bro, who would act like that if someone just hits your girl right in
Like,
front of
bro, if somebody hits my girl, I'm breaking every bone in their body. I don't care about the gun, bro.
you?" Yeah, for real. You just sit there, hey man, we're cool, we're cool. Like, what the fuck? You just hit your girl? Like, what?
Right? Like, he's a bitch, bro. Seth was a bitch the whole movie, and I'm gonna further get into that.
I
They
don't know.
also did him hella wrong, but I'm gonna get into that later.
I mean, I don't want to go back and further. If we keep going further, and he redeems himself, in my opinion. But we'll talk about that. It may be stupid logic,
Dennis
but
relieves, bro. Dennis relieves himself. Seth's shit was bullshit.
so after all of that, the more responsible thing to do is call the police. But Dennis, even though there's this zombie out here, doesn't want to call the police. I don't care what
Well, yeah,
you've
he's a
done,
whole ass wanted criminal.
but still, there's a fucking zombie out there, bro.
Yeah, facts. I mean, on technicality, it might not be a zombie. I don't even know what that thing is.
They said it was like some kind of mold or parasite, as he was describing it.
Fucking old Sonic the Hedgehog, old porcupine head. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a point that I wanted to make that we could definitely actually throw in to carry this next part.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that glass made of in that gas station?
It could be one of those bulletproof plastic glasses they have that, if you go in a really sketchy neighborhood, they have like those kind of glasses in front of the gas station where you're in
Oh
this
yeah, for
clerk.
sure.
There's probably one of those kind of glasses. 'Cause, yeah, I was wondering that too. That zombie was just.
Yeah, but like on the entire gas station, because like Lacey was just slamming her head into shit for like 5 minutes straight.
Bro, honestly, by this point, I knew I wasn't going to think about the logic in it because some of it was really fucking stupid. Like,
Oh yeah,
honest.
especially the end. The end was just
So
trash.
we'll get back to the end, trust me.
We'll get there.
But when Lacey was trying to get in, because she was rised up from the dead, Dennis went out there to try to see if she was alive. So as they were trying to grab her body like a dumbass, and she came to life, and her hand got cut off through the door, which I thought the special effects for the hand was really awesome as well.
Oh yeah, that was an actual like remote control animatronic hand.
Shit, that shit was
So that's
awesome.
dope. I mean, bro, I'm just saying, I'm not saying Dennis made the right call, but I'm saying I understand. If there was a chance my girl was alive in that situation, I would definitely try to get her.
I just don't know,
I would need a
man.
lot of convincing.
I just don't know. After seeing the shit I saw with that dead man, I wouldn't believe. And you could obviously see she was really fucked up.
Yeah,
I don't see her trying to be doing that personally, unless I 100% know. And then they try to go out from the back, but of course, first of all, who locks their door from the inside? Because as they were trying
right.
to get out, it was like
That's what, like 12 safety violations?
yeah, for real, and they couldn't get out. But they did come up with a really good idea with popping the hinges with the screwdriver.
Well, yeah, I mean, Dennis is a very knowledgeable criminal. I can only imagine what he's done with that idea.
Do you want to talk about the cop? The
Bro,
dumbass
that
cop.
cop was so stupid, bro.
He
Like,
was screaming at the fucking TV. He was like, bitch, just
bro,
listen to them.
I literally almost threw the remote. There is something out there. Like, it's to the point Dennis wanted to help the cop and tell them to leave.
Yeah, for real. If you're a cop and they say, hey, there's something out there, the cop would logically be like, okay, when you get in the car, call back up. We obviously have an eye on Dennis. He ain't going anywhere. There's obviously something wrong here.
Also, like, if he's not trying to flee the scene, obviously there's something wrong.
Yeah,
Not only
exactly.
that, but as an officer of the law, you could have just stepped into the gas station and she would have survived. All she had to do was step into the gas station to try to, actually arrest the criminal,
Yeah.
and she wouldn't have gotten fucking ripped in half in the most like gruesome way possible that looked
By the
awesome.
way, that was my favorite kill in the whole film. That kill was awesome. Where the zombie
Oh
literally
yeah,
just came
facts.
from up top and just wrapped her legs around her body and just ripped her fucking apart.
Right.
It felt
The
so sad.
special effects were gruesome too. It looked like it was like rubber or something, but like with a lot of fake blood.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. It was really satisfying because how dumb the fucking cop was being.
The part that I didn't catch, bro, was what was Dennis being arrested for or
Oh,
wanted for in the first place?
that's what I don't know. He said he was in jail for shooting that trucker. That's what I didn't know. I had no fucking idea. They explained that.
Also, I'm just saying their revolver could not have held 6 shots because there were a lot more than 6 shots fired.
Yeah,
And where did they get the bullets?
exactly. I started questioning it after I was like, well, where's the fucking gas clerk that was supposed to be out here? How did he die? Did you even catch how he died? Because he was,
The dude that was in the bathroom?
yeah, he was still a zombie. Wasn't he supposed to be alive too? Why was it only focusing on Lacey?
Well, wasn't he the one that got attacked in the first part?
Yeah, he
Like
got attacked.
if that was, then why was the transformation so slow? Because Lacey's was almost immediate.
Yeah, and why wasn't he out there? He was also a zombie too. Like I was confused. Like, then
Exactly.
did he just disappear? There's a lot of things like that in the film, but honestly, if you turn your mind off and watch it, you'll be fine. We just overexamined.
It was very hard to turn my mind off, especially watching this with my parents.
Oh, how was that?
That wasn't fun. And the funniest part was afterwards, my mom was like, I genuinely feel sorry for you for having to watch this again and take notes on it.
Bro, I had to watch this. My son running around. My son was running around. I was trying to watch it on a laptop, and every 5 seconds he would like climb on top of my lap and look at the screen how to cover his eyes. So that was
Don't
fun.
watch that. It's spicy. The last thing you need is a kid to have nightmares like that.
He's pretty good about it. Like he rarely has nightmares, honestly. Dennis' hand is slowly getting infected, but he's not saying anything to them. By the way,
Yeah,
he's
bro,
just
like I'm not gonna lie. One, that really pissed me off. Two, while it did seem like his character, Seth definitely seemed more like the type to get infected and not say anything.
Yeah. I don't know why Dennis didn't say anything with like all this shit's going on. That's going to get into another scene. But he had a suggestion of lighting the fire to get help.
Which, by the way, was pretty much a massive failure throughout. And that is, I'm going to bring that up later when we've discussed the ending.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to make a note for that because I have a very important point that honestly made me die laughing.
Yeah, I agree with you at that point, trust me. So they first decide before they do that to try and grab the police radio, which ain't a bad idea.
Not a bad idea at all.
Besides the obvious, I didn't really tell him what happened to the police there. He grabbed it, but didn't it like break or something?
Yeah, I think it broke, but also throwing that out there, this is a gas station in the middle of nowhere. All you would have had to do, considering there's basically no calling the police, that reception was terrible, and all they would have had to do was cut a line. All they had to do was set off the alarm system, and the cops would have shown up. You could tell that it was that kind of gas station.
Yeah, that could work, honestly. Wonder where they usually keep those alarm systems.
It's in the safe room. I used to work at a gas station, and the room with the safe had the code for the alarm.
Damn, that's what they should have done. But this is a movie, and just like the car, of course, the car always has to break down to cause all this shit. People in horror movies really need to get better car.
By the way, about a comment on the whole safe room thing, Stony Graves does not encourage incrimination in any way, shape, or
Oh,
form.
no,
This
no.
should not be used in any criminal activity.
No, don't do that.
Disclaimer.
Don't do it. Yep, just unless you're in a zombie apocalypse and that's your only way to do it. Just saying. But other than that, don't do that.
Exactly. Bro, speaking of the safe room, bro, the fact that Dennis literally pulled like $20 out of the register thinking it would do anything was so fucking funny.
I think he just stole it thinking he would live through the end of it. That's what I would do. Shit, I'm in a gas station. I might die. I'm just going to take a couple money just in case I do live.
Well, that also wasn't his mindset because the zombies hadn't come yet. He just thought there's no way this is this easy. For our mentally ill viewers, if you feel depressed and want to make a critical mistake, take a shot every time Dennis smokes a cigarette.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot. It's like me on a Friday night. I'll be honest. Do you want to talk about how they found out about Dennis's hand being infected and how he had to cut it off with a box cutter?
Didn't he get bit by something and that caused it to continue? Because he did get the splinter, but then he got fucked up by something else and hit it, right?
No, I think it was just a splinter. Later on, that's how he got fucked up. The zombie hit his neck, got spikes in his neck. But I think originally it was just from the tire, and it just slowly spread down his arm.
By the way, it's really fucking unfair that thing has projectiles too.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Again,
Like, how are you supposed to win? How are you supposed to win? There is no win.
That's what I'm saying. It'll be awesome. Just have a big, large scale and have the military. Oh my god, that would be my dream movie.
Like, that would be my dream movie. Like, bro, you ever play Prototype?
Yeah, I played a little bit of it. Great game.
Bro, imagine a Prototype-esque, like the monster situation in Prototype with the things from Splinter.
That would be awesome. I would be so down for that. But he cuts off his infected arm with a box cutter, which I thought he was just going to cut off his whole arm. That's what they call bullshit. But then, like, he realized he could cut through the bone, so they grab like a huge ass cinder block and just smash it. Which I think was
Bro,
like,
that one line was so fucking good. This calm down, I'm only cutting your arm off.
yeah, for real. Yeah, I'm just gonna calm down. But he did. Literally, the next scene, he just calmed down, act like nothing happened.
That was honestly one of my favorite parts of the movie, just because it hit that fucking cliche zoom out when you hear the scream and it zooms out to the end to like all around the gas station.
Yeah. Just watched the whole scene. I was like, oh my god, I can't watch this.
Actually, we skipped the part that fucked both me and my parents up.
What?
The part where his arm starts moving on its own and just wrenches backwards out of socket.
Oh yeah. That was ugh.
Like, bro, I just want to know how they did that with no CGI.
You'd be surprised. There's another good film I don't know if you've seen that has like really good special effects. You seen Hatchet?
I haven't, but I've heard of it.
Oh my! I really want you to watch that movie. It's
All right,
so
bet.
good. Just watch the whole series.
Bro, have you seen? Bro, if I'm seeing Hatchet, you gotta watch Splice. Have you seen Splice?
Yes, I have. Great fucking movie.
Oh my god,
it's weird as
that
shit
movie.
though. But so that's when they figure out the big. Well, we already talked about how Dennis shot the man and during a high meth and while stealing a big rig. So that's what we already
I
went
think
down
I
with.
missed that part actually.
Oh, yeah. He pretty much Dennis says the reason. Well, he didn't say why he was on the run. He just told him his history, which I still don't fucking know why he was on the run. He said
Yeah, but
he.
the part that I didn't get was he was accused of shooting a cop, and then he said the cop shot him.
Yeah,
Like, why
no,
are you on the run if you're a victim of police brutality? There's parts that I'm missing here.
yeah. I think that whole storyline was a little weird from the beginning because they didn't really clarify it.
So, my personal thing, are you ready to move on to the next section of this? Because I do have a personal gripe, but if you want to continue
No,
on
I don't
this,
really
I can
was.
continue on this.
Yeah, go continue what you're doing because I'm not really big on that.
Bro, the fucking body temperature scene had
Oh
me
my god.
so angry.
Yes, I agree 100%.
Bro, why was that the logical plan?
I don't know. Like you said, like you told me when we were watching, like, hey, why don't they just do the fire thing? Which I can understand if the fire thing. What about the gas? Like they might be worried about the gas,
Yeah,
but
they also they poured it away from the tanks for a reason.
yeah,
And also they were throwing fireworks in the direction of the fucking diesel fuel and it was doing nothing. Like scientifically, come on.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that whole section was a little weird, and he just literally had to put a bunch of ice bags on him and walk. That's like the worst thing you come up with.
Well, not only that, but like we did miss a major plot point. They feed based on heat. So if you set a fire, they're gonna go towards the fire and die.
Mm-hmm. You're right, one hundred
Like
percent.
he did not have to do any of that. This man almost died for our sins, bro.
Hey, it's literally just to have tension in the fucking movie. Trust. If every movie did the most simplest fucking plans, there'd be almost no plot.
Like I completely I completely agree with you, but at the same time, like they literally gave this man hypothermia and then expected him to move quickly.
he's, he's carrying the fucking. I couldn't help but laugh. He's like looking like walking around like he's a sick man, dropping ice all over, just shaking, walking while they just watch him do it.
Respectfully, it wasn't just ice, he was carrying the whole movie.
Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ. So, and then Dennis gets inside a cop car, which I don't understand because don't cops lock their car before they get out of there?
Wait, you mean Seth?
No, yeah, Seth. I have my nose. I keep getting those names confused, bro.
Bro, I did too. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Dennis looks like a Seth.
Yeah, for real. But he goes inside the cop car, which is unlocked, by the way. But if you're a cop, don't they just lock their car before they get out of it?
I mean, typically, yeah, considering there's a fucking AR in the back and a shotgun in the side.
And there's a literal fugitive they're after.
Yeah,
So I don't understand that. And then they find out the cop radio car doesn't work for whatever reason.
I mean, it's a movie. And
Yeah.
then, like, just throwing out the idea because it genuinely confused me. If this bitch did to the point of being a zombie, those zombies didn't have clothes, so therefore the keys probably would have been on the ground to that cop car.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they all just did just for them to kill off a certain person.
I mean, also, Dennis had a better redemption arc damn near than Prince Zuko from Avatar.
For real though. Like I was so happy. I
Like,
was like rooting
bro,
for the man.
I just wish I knew the character's name he was supposed to, like, talk to. Like, take this key, talk to what's his name, and you'll get the money.
Yeah. I just didn't have enough time there. I think the audience would care. Like nice ending where they come to the door of the wife and say, "Hey, here's the money Dennis gave," and yeah,
I mean, while I would like a wholesome ending, I would also have absolutely fucking loved if there was just like a cut to a laboratory and like there was like they were like evolving the shit and like one of like a dude in a lab coat walks up to the boss and is just like the first trial was successful.
like so that comes back to the big scale thing. Oh, I would really love that honestly, but we all know that's probably not going to happen. What was this movie made?
2008, but okay,
Yeah.
hear me out, okay? So this actually genuinely makes me angry. I cannot stand remakes at this point. I mean, Top Gun getting a sequel is cool. It's not a remake, but The Exorcist is getting a remake next year.
Oh my god, I can't. I can. I'll watch it, but I know it's going to be dog shit. It's going to
It
be
has
watched
to be
as
dog shit. There, bro, in this PC culture, there is no way that an Exorcist movie works.
bro. I guarantee what's going to happen. They're going to integrate phones, bring a bunch of younger teens into it, and just bring in the old TikTok lingo and all that shit. Just make
Well, yeah,
probably
you
just
mean like what they did for the new, or not the newest, the 2018 Halloween, where they were talking
yeah.
about podcasts and cell phones?
Yep, exactly. I'm not looking forward to it, but I'll watch it. I'm curious how much
I'm
a shit show it
Oh
is.
yeah. Like I'm not looking forward to it, but I want to watch it. I heard Texas Chainsaw Massacre was an absolute fucking failure.
Hey, unpopular
The
opinion. I did like that movie.
okay.
I just loved it for the gore, though. I didn't really pay attention to the
The
fucking bullshit for
Also
it.
we got to review the new Scream movies because Scream 6 is coming next year.
Yes, you do.
Scream 5 came out what, this year or last year?
I think last year I seen it. It was actually really, really good. Like honestly, it was not bad at all.
I got to catch up.
Yes, you do. That movie is really good.
And if we get into series, which I don't want to do, apparently HBO Max is doing an origin story of Pennywise because they're trying to ride the fucking train that is Stephen King's It.
I do like that. I like that. I want to get more into it universe, so I wouldn't mind that, especially it's being done by HBO Max. Because besides the last season of Game of Thrones, they usually have good shows, and I think they would do it good.
Okay, hear me out, just branching away from horror for a second.
Yeah,
Uh, the dude that wrote the books, his name is escaping me at the moment. Actually,
George
shit, I have one of the books.
George
George
R. R.
R. R.
Yep,
Martin.
yeah.
I have the book on my bookshelf. I was staring at the book. That was fucking pathetic. Anyway, George R. R. Martin still hasn't and hadn't at the time. I think he might be dead actually, but
No, he's
he
alive. He's still
never.
alive.
Oh,
Which
fact check. Anyway, he never wrote a last book, so they
yeah,
had to come up with an ending.
and they butchered it. They really did butcher it. I don't want to go too much into it.
Well, I'd rather not watch Lord of the Rings porn, so I've never seen an episode of it anyway.
I honestly so worth the first few seasons. It's really fuck good. It's just season eight
I've
that
seen
just
two
ruins it.
episodes. Jason Momoa is daddy as fuck. That's all I need to see. Anyway,
All right, but what happened
yeah,
is, Dennis gets affected, and for them, weren't how did he sacrifice him? Whether their plan is getting into the car or
that was the part that I didn't get. Like, he had the shotgun, which, by the way, someone with no arm could not operate a fucking 12 gauge. The gun
yeah,
itself is like 20 pounds. Pulling the slide like that, there's no way.
and the recoil on it to fuck your shit up.
Exactly. There's no way, but we're throwing 2008 film logic into this.
But he did look like a badass doing it.
Dennis basically ends up making the ultimate sacrifice and giving Seth and fuck Polly. Look at that. I remembered the name.
There we
Huh.
go.
Seth and Polly, the I almost said Lacey. I'm not gonna lie, but ended up giving Seth and Polly the key to the PO box or bank or whatever, and then pointing a shotgun at a propane tank and blowing it up.
Yeah, but they
I'm just saying, being in a car would not sustain that blast.
no, wouldn't. But he survived the blast. Well, he was saying, was he saying "fuck it"? I thought that was really badass. He was just laying there, it was like "fuck it, fuck it, fuck it," and
Well, yeah, exactly. I love a good one-liner, like the end of Jaws, where he's just like, "Smile, you son of a," boom, shoots the
yep,
propane tank. I love
that's
shit
a
like that.
classic scene, by the way. I love that. But he ends up telling them before he shoots himself, "Hey, I'll give you the key to the money. Give this to the trucker's wife. Go without me." As they do, he ends up shooting. Was he blew himself up with the propane tank and to avoid becoming a zombie.
The very ending pissed me the fuck off
What
because once you see that camera zoom out, there was a pickup truck behind the gas station the
was there?
entire time.
Oh my god, are you serious? I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, bro, there was a pickup truck behind the gas station the whole time. All they had to do was find the set of keys.
Yeah, it would be much easier than what they were doing. I don't know if you could grab that body though, since it was covered in spikes. You might have been able to.
Yeah, but like, in the very beginning, didn't the gas station clerk get out of a car to get attacked?
No, I think he was in there. I think he was just chilling. He was eating those chips. He was just chilling beside the gas station. Heard a noise, and here comes Sonic the Hedgehog attacking his ass.
Bro, imagine you're on a smoke break and all of a sudden you just see a fucking porcupine demon zombie.
Yeah, I think that would quit my job. I'd be like, yeah, no, this stuff ain't worth dying for, especially this shitty gas station job in the middle of nowhere.
Also, shout out to this movie. There was no black guy to die first.
For real? There we go. That's progressive. I'm all for it.
Very progressive, especially for 2008.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I remember those days. It was just like, oh, well, you're black. I guess you're gonna die because I'm not gonna say they're racist,
Right?
but
Like
but it's just some weird
horror
ass
was it,
stereotype.
bro? Horror has been extremely racist since the 1970s, since it actually, became good.
Yeah, they still good. I love all the classics and stuff. Well, some of them. Like, we still gotta watch Hellraiser. We still gotta watch the original, but
Dude, I've never seen the Hellraiser series. We got to get into that.
there's a lot of great things coming, and our other co-hosts should be coming too. By the way, that sounded weird.
Yeah, our one of our co-hosts is out of town. One of them I kind of didn't tell about the movie, and one of them is probably drunk and high at this point. So, what math were they using? I need my body temperature to be 88 degrees.
I don't
One,
know.
that doesn't make sense. Two, the human body dies after what? Becoming like 94?
Let me look it up. Actually, I'm not sure. I didn't know the whole part. Like honestly, he just said thank God for global warming. I didn't catch any of the shit they were
Yeah,
the whole
in
logic.
the freezer scene when he grabs the ice cubes, that's why the whole thermometer going up thing was terrifying. He had to stay at 88 degrees, otherwise he was going to be hunted.
Let me see. That
And they
was
started dropping ice cubes like a fucking moron. Like, bro, just
temperature.
tie the bags of ice.
I'm
God, I
looking.
love my search history. I was looking up what temperature does a human body die at, and my fucking search history, the top result is what temperature is chicken done. That's
You got.
great. Anyway,
Oh no. 56
oh,
point seven degrees. Yeah.
well,
Damn.
you got the cold one. I got the hot one. Apparently, the temperature that a human being dies is 109.4. Good to know, but not what I was looking for.
Yeah, it's 56 7 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah. So what you're saying is when it's wintertime, the zombies will pretty much be dead.
That whole movie honestly made me angry. There was no logic, but you just had to roll with it.
Yeah, and it was still like great. No, the one thing I didn't understand, why didn't they just stay in the freezer? They had all the food. They didn't seem like they were too cold. Why didn't they just stay in the freezer till the
Yeah,
zombie
like,
get bored?
bro, that wasn't a freezer. That was a goddamn refrigerator. There is
Yeah.
no way because there was no complaining. They were just chilling.
Yeah, you have all the
They could
food
you
there.
couldn't even have when you were watching it, they couldn't even see their breath. All you had to do was when bro's infection got bad, just kick him out because for whatever reason, zombies can't go into a fucking refrigerator.
Well, that's why they cut off the arm so it wouldn't be affected. The whole reason he got affected again was because the spikes hit his neck
That
because
is
he went
fair, but
out.
also you got to remember zombies can't go in a fridge. They would have been completely fine until they ran out of food and booze.
Yeah, and which would have been a while. I'm sure that zombie would get bored and walked away.
Exactly. And that's the part that honestly set me off because in the very beginning, they hit the demon porcupine Sonic the Hedgehog, which means it was going to a big city.
And yeah, at the end they show him that too. Like it was already gonna happen, and that's where I'm
Also,
like,
they really could have fucking waited for the fire trucks to arrive so that the movie could actually have a plot and a good ending.
yeah,
But
but
seeing them just walking away and Polly saying, "Remember to look for fire trucks,"
yeah, just you should have just like the fire and then just left it at that.
the fireworks would have definitely fucking killed everybody, considering.
Yep.
Just taking into consideration, wasn't the cop car running originally? The keys would have had to be in it.
Was it running?
Well, I personally, one, that wasn't a routine stop. The lights weren't on.
Yeah.
Two, that car would have had to be running in case he were to take off running. In case Dennis were to take off, yes, there was a gun, but he also had a gun. He could have pulled that trigger, and this wouldn't have happened considering the movie, but there would have been a chase. Therefore, the car would have had to have been running because let's be real, there is no way that fat fucking cop would have been able to catch Dennis. Dennis would have been gone.
I think just added a cop for someone, another person to kill off or something.
Yeah, they
Just-
just they. What's your favorite kill? There's only three.
yeah, and that was the best one. So I feel like that's the only reason they had
By
it, just to have
far.
a really gory kill.
Also, what I was thinking about was like, this movie was all practical effects, right?
Yeah,
I really hope that explosion was CGI.
it probably was. If I'm thinking back, it probably was, or maybe not, because again, Mark Cuban.
Yeah, but at the same time, bro was laying down and shot a propane tank. If that's not CGI, bro is dead.
How much is film like paid for? Let's see. I
They
can't.
won't show you the budget, which means that's how badly they bombed.
Yeah. Oh, here's the
I've checked
box
for,
office for U.S. and Canada: 14,154.
yep, and the
Opening
US
weekend.
was, or the worldwide was 500K.
Oh my God, yeah.
So Basically, Mark Cuban took the loss of all losses.
For Spike Zombie. I just want to see the episode. If there ever was an episode where this man literally just comes to Mark Cuban on Shark Tank. No, hear me out. Spike Zombies.
Hear me out. Spiked zombies that can shoot spikes.
I'll be like, hell yeah, let me give you all my money for this movie. I don't even like zombie movies. I like the ones who are like super creative and stuff.
Exactly. I personally believe zombies and ghosts is a very saturated genre. Like after The
100%.
Conjuring, that was literally all that we had. We had demon possession movies, paranormal activity ruined an entire generation of film.
Yep. I just want them to bring back slashers. Like, I think they're starting to bring them back too, so we might be in luck. Because so far they bring
Yeah,
back.
the apparently the Wes Craven is in talks with Robert Englund to do one more Freddy Krueger movie.
Yes, I'm so down for that. I also want another
I'm so down for that.
Final Destination movie. That's what
Bro,
we
that's
were.
in the work. That's in the
Is it
works.
really? Oh my god, I'm looking to see. That's my
Yeah,
favorite horror movie. I just love Final Destination.
bro, bro, the fucking series, the Final Destination 5 when it all ties into one Final Destination 1. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
we gotta review those too. There's a lot of movies we review. I'm excited for this. Like honestly,
Oh yeah, this is going to be an entire fucking voyage. Just stick with us. This first
yes.
episode is a little rough, but please just
This
stick with
is
us.
this is my personal first time doing podcasts, but I love horror movies. I love talking about them. I can do them literally all day. Do you want to end it here?
But yeah, uh all right, yeah. What do you personally rate this movie out of 10?
Honestly, after talking about it and all the inconsistencies, I would lower it down a bit to a 5.5 would be a good thing for me. Just because
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
inconsistencies, it's still a great film, and I watched it thinking it was going to be a totally bad, really bad film. So me
I
having that
honestly
fun,
thought it was going to be a B movie.
yeah, for real, and it wasn't. Like it really, it's a good expectation. So a 5.5 or 6 around that ballpark.
I completely agree. Like at most for me, a 6.5, but 6.56 area.
Yeah.
Like actually no, with the logic I would give it a solid 5 because there was so much shit like the fucking pickup truck being in the back of the gas station the whole time really set me off.
Yep. And the flame, the little cold base thing, how the pretty much the gas clerk pretty much disappeared after killing Lacey, and I don't know how.
Yeah, and the
The
cop was gone.
yeah, well
Like
the cop was
literally.
there. I don't have a problem with the cop because I feel like they only did it to make it show you a really gory kill. So in my opinion, I don't mind the cop too much.
Well, no, what I'm saying is like you could tell that this movie didn't have the budget that it should have because I'm pretty sure that wasn't the gas station clerk the only real zombie because Lacey kind of disappeared. The cop was never actually a zombie as far as I saw.
No, the whole time Lacey was the zombie going after
Oh, I
them.
know, but like what I was saying was like apparently every time some shit got fucked up, someone would become a zombie. So wouldn't the cop become a zombie too?
Yeah. Oh, well, they kind of showed it. They showed it like when she got split in half, the spikes went through her and like put her apart, but they didn't show her after that. Yeah, you're right. It could be a matter of just budget.
Exactly.
So
Does like it's either a budget issue or the thing had control over its choices because
yeah,
it either had I guess it had the option to either kill or infect.
I agree. It's probably just in fact because every time everything is shown, once you get pricked by those little pricks, you're pretty much infected. I don't see how the cop wouldn't be infected after that her whole leg, which is full of spikes, just hit her stomach.
So real quick, so what was your overall rating? I want to see something real quick.
Or five
Okay,
point five through
so
six.
I'm looking up IMDb right now. I want to see how our ratings compare.
Yeah,
Damn, on point, bro. 6.1 out of 10 on IMDb.
yeah. Don't worry. Hey,
Bro, according to IMDb, this won 7 awards and had 1 nomination.
did it really? What's the number?
Yeah, let's see. The Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and
Oh
Horror
sh!
Films from USA 2009. It was awarded, or no, it had a nominee for the Saturn Award for Best Horror Film.
Why wasn't this a
The
sequel?
Fangoria, bro, the Fangoria Chainsaw Awards. I had no idea Fangoria
Yeah,
was still a thing. That's a magazine from what, like the 1980s?
yeah. Even they said the
It
make.
won the award for best makeup and creature effects. That is completely fucking fair.
Yeah.
Won a bunch for Screamfest. Jesus. Best directing, best editing, best makeup, best musical score, best picture, best special effects. And what was this? Screamfest. I've never even heard of Screamfest, but
I haven't either. I heard
I,
Fangoria, but
bro,
that's
dog, now I want to look up Screamfest so we can just basically steal review ideas.
yes. Be like a little version for Sundance. I think if you guys want to watch a really good film with good special effects, but want to turn your brain off a bit, I 100% recommend this.
Definitely, I 100% like. It's weird because my rating is like a solid 6, but my recommendation rating is a fucking 100%.
Yeah, only if you want to turn off your brain. If you're watching it and just have your brain on and go question everything, I wouldn't really watch this. But if you want to see some cool special effects, there's only one good gore scene, but it's still like a let alone. I personally think it's worth it for that.
Also, I don't care what your friends say. Do not watch this movie on any psychedelics.
Oh yeah, don't watch any horror movie on psychedelics. We can all confirm that.
I watched it, and I'm never doing that choice again.
Bro, I watched Stranger Things, the new Stranger Things on edibles. I'm not. That scared the
Oh,
shit out of me. I cannot watch.
Jesus.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be fine. Stranger Things are for little kids. I'm like, oh my god, I can't watch this right now. I'm too high. I
That's
love it.
fair. I mean, I'm showing my girl Stranger Things for the first time, and we're currently on season 2, so she has a lot in store.
You gotta watch The Boys. It's super good, by the way.
I'll check it out.
It's really gory. It's like a superhero that's real. The superhero movie is really gory, and I highly recommend you see that movie.
All right. Are you ready to sign off?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is the end of episode 1 of the Helligans podcast. I'm the host, Stony Graves. My co-host Tyrannus
Yep.
is going to be editing, producing until I learn to do this.
What?
But this is our first episode. Please like and subscribe and stay with us. We promise quality content, and we're just going to keep getting better, better reviews, better movies, everything.
Yep. And this is again my first time. I'm a little sloppy in this, but like I said, I love horror movies. I have passion for it, like everybody who's listening to this. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.